Rasmus Højlund. Manchester United have shown strong interest and look set to buy the Danish striker. But is he the right man for such a high-level club? And will he succeed? In this video I'm going to have certain chapters detailing Højlund and whether I think he's a risk or a good buy. Now let's go on to the first chapter. Something about his name raises suspicion. Højlund sounds incredibly similar to Haaland. Weirdly enough as well, they both come from Nordic countries, Højlund from Denmark and Haaland from Norway. Even stranger is they both played for Austrian clubs. Haaland obviously played for RB Salzburg and Højlund played for Sturm Graz. These similarities are very suspicious, and you get the feeling that maybe Man United are just tempted because he sounds similar in his name and he has a similar profile. There is perhaps some truth to this, but I think Højlund is a good striker in his own right and is quickly becoming one of Europe's hottest prospects. Now on to the next chapter. Højlund is still a young striker and he's quite raw. He's only just turned 20. Could he even break into the first team? And will his lack of top-level experience harm his development? There is some evidence to back this up, as he has only had one season in Italy, in which he scored a respectable 9 goals. Not bad for a then 19-year-old. But he only spent 6 months in Austria, and this time 2 years ago he didn't have a single league goal to his name. When Man United have players like Rashford and Martial, who are experienced and can play up front, could Højlund break into that team? However, Man United would be paying a lot of money for this striker, so you would expect him to start. And although he doesn't have necessarily the right experience, his stats show promise. His XG in the league last season for Atalanta was 0.47, just behind Rashford's 0.49. Højlund is a striker who is good with his passing and links well with his teammates, so this seems to fit well with United's current system under Ten Hag. Could this be another Martial, or a Daniel James, or a Memphis Depay? These are all players that Man United brought in who are similar to Højlund, playing an attacking-minded role and were all young and promising when joining Man United, but failed to live up to the hype. Højlund could join this list, and it's difficult to see how such a young striker can live up to potentially a very expensive price tag. Darwin Núñez, for example, last season scored 15 goals in all competitions, which sounds decent for a first season, but because of his extortionate price tag, many people considered him a flop. Now, could this happen to young Rasmus? I think it could, to be honest. I think such a young striker with not too much experience, he could get 10 goals and still be considered a flop. He will either have to hit the ground running or adapt fairly quickly. Despite the trend of young Man United signings failing, this isn't the case for everybody. Look at Wayne Rooney, for example, club legend and signed to Man United at 18. One of course could say that's a massive exception. Wayne Rooney was a hugely talented player. But you never know, Højlund could be that player. Time will tell, of course, but a high price tag may make things difficult for Rasmus Højlund. Now we must also ask, is Atalanta the right club to be buying from? With exports such as Papu Gomez, who joined Sevilla and has only scored 9 goals in 66 league appearances. Timothy Castagna, who although had a good first season with Leicester, recently was part of a dire backline that got Leicester City relegated. Christian Romero has been good for Spurs, but Spurs just finished 8th and missed out on European football. Remo Freuler was also incredibly underwhelming after 9 million was spent on him to bring him to Nottingham Forest. Atalanta just finished 5th in the Serie A, 6 points behind 4th place Milan. Now, is this a club that Man United really want to buy from? One could argue they should be shopping at their Champions League rivals, looking at Serie A strikers such as Osimhen. and Lautaro Martinez. Finally, can Højlund adapt to the Premier League? We've seen many strikers come in from abroad and not being able to adapt to another league, be it due to the physicality, being in a new and uncomfortable environment, or just simply not getting the style of the game in England. Look at Scamacca from last season joining West Ham from Sassuolo, a fellow Serie A club, and he hasn't played too well. So can Højlund succeed in Ten Hag's system, and can he become a Manchester United great? Well, I think it will be difficult to say, but I think he can do alright there. I think he will take time to settle. He won't really come alive until his second season. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.